Right guys, so I'm going to introduce one of the tools that I love the most about Adobe Illustrator, even on iPad. And that's called Shape Builder. And you're going to find this Shape Builder in the combined shapes. So first, let's talk about combined shapes. As you can see, we got like two shapes here. Let me just click this so I can actually choose it. I accidentally add a third shape. Doesn't really matter. You can click layer. You can see I add two ellipses on the scene, or within layer one. Of course, we can talk about layer in next video. Right now, let's talk about shape. Two shape, and then if you just choose one shape and click combine shapes, it's just gray out. It's the first thing you need to take care of. You have to select multiple things in order for this to work, and preferably combine things. So what I'm going to do is to select this two by box select. So if you look at here, combine shapes do work. Okay, so how does it work? We click here, we combine all. So if you click this, two shapes just become one. Okay, so you can just choose this as the one shape, and then you can direct select, and then you can make maybe this one a little bit fatter like an egg. This one I'm not sure. This one maybe a little bit like more rounded, something like that. Doesn't really matter. Okay, but it's just one shape. Why do you think it's one shape? Really simple. If you select this, it would just be one group of shape is combined. Okay, and then you can change the color as if it's just one shape. But things you guys can see, we got a tiny little line here. Still, this data exists. So how to eliminate this data? That's where the shape builder comes in. So if you look at here, of course we can combine or we can minus front. I guess if you minus, just like anything overlapped will be minused, so you will be gone. Let's just play around with this. Okay, minus. Okay, intersects, so the overlap remains. Everything else doesn't exist. We can exclude all that. So overlap, overlap disappear, and the rest appear, right? And yeah, everything that you do, you can still see this tiny little line here. That means the data still exists. So that's the thing you need. The second thing you need to take care of is when you're doing this combine or that interaction, the data still exists. The only thing you want this to disappear is to erase it or use the shape builder. So let me just show you. All right. So let me just undo all this. Okay, and I can use shape builder. Right, click the shape builder, and then you can erase things. So for example, I don't want this to exist, cross it out, and let me just zoom in. I don't want this to exist, cross it out. So this is the only data that remains. So we got outline, we got the field color, that's it. And if you look at here, you can choose this. The selection box just becomes smaller rather than pretty big. So remember, if you do that previously, okay, the selection box become really big because the outline data still exists. Okay, you're just using a certain algorithm. So if you watch my like a Blender tutorial, this is more like a modifier. That modifier still exists and apply to that. So it's just kind of some sort of algorithm that apply to the original combination of data, but it's just you can't see it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Okay, so the only thing to actually delete data is use shape builder to actually like apply the modifier, apply the shape builder. So let me show you more interesting. Even though you just use some random shape like this, it's pretty interesting. Okay, so for example, if you got something like this and you can use say shape builder, okay, and you want get rid of say this part. Okay, so you got this weird looking shape, and you don't want this overlap to work, so overlap gone, right? Pretty good. You can even add more shapes. So for example, you want this and a say triangle, to overlap. Okay, so let me add a triangle here. And what is interesting, you can select everything and use shape builder. Of course, you can use combine shape, something like that. But right now, I want to use shape builder. Okay, so if you click shape builder, and then you can, I'm not sure, maybe just make this disappear and make this disappear. So you got like extrusion, and then you can make a selection here to make this more rounded. So you got this weird looking, I don't know, it's like a submarine sort of shape. And you can choose this, you can use the bezier curve, you make it here more interesting. So for example, you want a like organic design, you can do something like this, right? Pretty organic, and yeah, pretty organic shape. So it's like a reindeer's horn, something like that. I'm not sure, I just make things up as I make this shape. But I just want to show you this, how versatile it is for you to use shape builder and combine shapes together. Okay? Yeah, so I think that's all for this video. Next time, we're going to talk about layer. Okay? Thanks. Bye.